Konami took everything Contra was known for and cranked it up until the Genesis started sweating. Hardcore was their 1994 answer to everyone who thought run-and-gun games were getting too easy. A brutal side-scrolling shooter that made no apologies about wanting you dead. 4 playable characters with completely different weapons and abilities meant 4 genuinely distinct campaigns rather than cosmetic differences. Rey had traditional Contra weapons. Sheena used homing missiles and acrobatic moves. Brad carried heavy artillery. Brownie was a robot with experimental tech. Picking your character changed how you approached every situation. The weapon system abandoned power-ups for character-specific arsenals. Each character had 4 weapons they could switch between instantly, and all of them were powerful from the start. No more losing everything when hit. This fundamental change meant aggressive play got rewarded instead of punished, and the game expected you to use every tool constantly. Multiple paths and branching storylines depending on choices you made during missions. Deciding whether to save the research lab or chase the villain split the campaign into different levels with different bosses. 5 possible endings based on your decisions and which character you played. Replaying to see everything wasn't optional. Boss fights were relentless spectacles. Giant mechs transforming robots, screen-filling tanks, enemies that took up multiple screens. Every boss had multiple phases with pattern changes that demanded adaptation. Learning one phase meant nothing when the boss suddenly started doing something completely different. The difficulty was intentionally brutal. Enemies spawned constantly from all directions. Projectiles filled the screen. The North American version killed you in one hit with no health bar, making it brutally unforgiving. The Japanese version gave you a 3-hit life bar and unlimited continues, while the international release limited you to 5 continues total. The graphics pushed Genesis hardware with detailed sprites, impressive parallax scrolling, and bosses that showed off what the system could do. The explosions and destruction had weight behind them. The soundtrack was aggressive industrial metal that matched the intensity perfectly. Tracks drove the action forward with the kind of energy that made you want to keep trying even after dying repeatedly. Konami released it exclusively on Genesis, no Super Nintendo port. This felt like a direct challenge to Nintendo's dominance, giving Sega owners something genuinely exclusive. Critics praised the intensity and variety while noting the difficulty would alienate anyone looking for a fair challenge. This wasn't about fairness. This was about pushing players to their limits and rewarding those who mastered the chaos. Hardcore represented peak run-and-gun design for the 16-bit era, the moment before 3D became mandatory and 2D action games had to justify their existence.